I'm Jeanne, founder of Oh Wow Podcasts based in Vienna, Austria. This is Trailer Park, the podcast trailer podcast. I'm sitting in for Arielle and Tim, your regular hosts for TPP. On this show, Arielle and Tim bring you trailers for shows you may or may not fall in love with. Their goal is to expose you to what may be your next favorite podcast. And I'm here because I can do something that Arielle and Tim can't: speak German. The trailer you're about to hear is for my new podcast, Jeanne's Varieté. It's a genre-bending show full of small ideas, gentle revolutions, and big utopias. To be a bit more precise, it's a curated magazine about feminist topics. It's literally a variété. And the show is in German. So, to you, dual German-English speakers out there who subscribe to this podcast, this is about to be perfect for you. But if you don't speak German, don't worry, I'll translate. I'll hit play on that trailer and then come back to give you an interpretation of it. Vorhang auf. Jeanne's Varieté. Deine Portion feministischer Optimismus. Kuckuck, ciao, hallo, hey, ich bin Jeanne Drach und das hier ist meine Welt, die ich mit dir teilen will. Ich zeig dir ab 22. Februar jede Woche mein Varieté-Programm. Ein kleines Bühnenstück. Es wird üppig, tüllig, wild, fantastik, bunt, lautmalerisch, optimistisch, feministisch. Das hier ist meine Spielwiese, auf die ich dich einlade.
King Kong trinkt in der Klimakrise Cocktails in Mexiko. Elvis' Enkelin genießt einen Extratag auf dem Olymp. Bekifft leise in oberösterreichische Pfützen springen.
Ich erzähle dir von Büchern, die mich begeistern. Du lernst historische Wow-Frauen kennen, die unbedingt vor den Vorhang geholt gehören. Ich suche mir Menschen, die mich inspirieren und die dich inspirieren könnten. Journalistin Hannah Herbst.
Ich finde, wenn man einen Go-To-Cocktail hat, dann ist man erwachsen geworden.
Autorin Eva Reisinger.
Wir sind leider genau dazu sozialisiert worden, uns ständig zu fragen, was wir dürfen.
Darf ich das? Kann ich das? Mag ich? Mache ich?
Jetzt bin ich einfach nur sehr, sehr froh, dass ich mir das traut habe.
Die coolen Frauen aus meinem Team teilen ihre Podcast-Empfehlungen oder Serien zum Durchbingen mit uns. Ich suche Antworten zu Fragen, die ich mich nie getraut habe zu stellen. Was? Sieht man auf der Südhalbkugel am Äquator und auf der Nordhalbkugel eine jeweils andere Seite vom Blitz getroffen als zu Fuß? Warum ist Tofu oft teurer als Fleisch? Das wusstest du nicht? Oh la la. Ich stelle dir Songtexte vor, die mich als Musikerin beeindrucken und Wörter, deren Klang ich liebe. Ataraxie, Flânerie, Serendipity. Jeanne's Varieté startet am 22. Februar 2024 und erscheint dann jeden Donnerstag. Abonniere Jeanne's Varieté bei Apple Podcasts, Spotify oder wo auch immer du Podcasts hörst und verpasse keine Folge. Ich freue mich schon. Bussi und Baba. Oh, wow. Welcome back. That was the trailer for Jeanne's Varieté. If you liked what you heard, you can find the show wherever you get your podcasts. It will also be linked in the show notes. Okay, now for our non-German speakers. What did I just say? Well, great question. In Jeanne's Varieté, I share my world with you. It's a variété show. It is lush, wild, fantastique, colorful, onomatopoetic, feminist, optimistic. And if you're now confused by all those French words sprinkled in, my brain always works bilingually. I grew up speaking French and German. Jeanne's Varieté is the playground to which I invite you. My team and I curate recommendations for podcasts, languages, books, sounds, lyrics, and small everyday mysteries. Like, have you too always wondered how old and long a human hair can theoretically become? Or why the moon looks differently from the other hemisphere? I never dared to ask these questions in fear to be perceived as uneducated. But enough with that. We put women of the past in the spotlight to give them the attention they would actually have deserved during their lifetime. For example, Olympe de Gouges, who wrote a feminist manifesto in 1791, or Margarete Schüttler-Lihotzky, the first female architect in Austria who planned visionary social housing projects all over Europe and Russia. We speak with impressive women of the present to get inspiration and courage, like authors, actors, artists. And for the show, we went all in on the sound design because we really wanted to start something that doesn't exist yet in the German-speaking world. Jeanne's Varieté is published every Thursday morning, Central European time, so this might be in the middle of the night from where you're listening. Fortunately, we're not making linear radio. If you understand German, please subscribe wherever you find your podcasts. And by the way, every other week, I send out the Jeanne's Varieté newsletter, an inspiring curation of people, podcasts, and books, many of which are in English. You'll find the link for the Jeanne's Varieté newsletter in the show notes. That's it. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Trailer Park, the podcast trailer podcast. Arielle and Tim will be back soon with more trailer content for your listening pleasure. Until then, happy trails.